Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. It's Prince Hakeem.
And this your boy, New Jordan. Let's go. Let's get it.
We back at it again, man. We got something powerful tonight to talk about. Thanks to our beloved brother Jordan. Our other brother Roni, living his life like he's supposed to. That means the show doesn't stop. Roni told us to go out there and dig for more gold. That's what bosses do. Tell other bosses, hey, don't stop, nigga. Go out there and dig for more gold. But Jordan, let's get it. It's something serious we're talking about tonight.
Yeah, this is something serious. I've been like examining this for the last the previous 6 months, so the first year of this. And it's something that we talk about, and like I said, something I hear and I stop and I pause, but I go, okay, cool, because to see this situation, like, okay, cool, so where are we gonna go with the next generation or so like this? And it goes by, in our Black community, especially, in our men. Even though it's quietly, and there are some people that talk about it, I still feel like it needs to be talked about. And it's really, why Black men that either, high value or they 6 figures, why do they date or marry outside their race? And the reason, like I said, I feel like this is the topic that needs to be discussed is because, let's go with that Bronny James situation when he took, a chick, from a different race out to prom. And, there was a lot of kind of, it was trending, it was controversial like that. The latest we saw was Jay Ellis from Insecure. He finally married his white woman. And, I'm also seeing, with Terrence Howard, he's married to an Asian woman.
Yep.
Young Jeezy, and his wife, Jeannie Mai. I know Jamie Foxx is dating white women from a different race. Yep. And also we see our young athletes, they are really, dating out of their race. And some are marrying and everything, for football and basketball, NBA, NFL. And, and I'm like I said, I'm definitely seeing an uptick on that. And, we want to know the reason, why are we doing that? So we got some stuff for y'all. We got a clip for y'all that y'all would like to see.
Yep.
And we got some stats for y'all that we will show you that's probably maybe pushing, Black men to date outside our race. And also I have something I want to say as well that, I have some experience of that I like to talk about, especially for myself, that I like to talk about with you guys. So it's going to be a good show tonight. Some of y'all might be mad or triggered, but this is the truth that needs to be told. You don't want to hear it because it might hurt some feelings, but you need to learn the truth. Take that truth. It was going to hurt. Heal from that truth. And let's talk about a solution, how we can, what do they really want in their significant other? Why are they dating outside their race?
I don't see nothing wrong with what you're saying, bro. You feel me? I think there's multi-layers to this stuff, and I definitely, I come from it from a different stance than that too. So this is going to be a good conversation as far as to educate our women to understand why they're losing a certain sector of men. Because, we all know 85% of men still date Black women.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like a large number of them, even down south.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Compared to down south. But that 30% roughly, there's a reason. And people cannot get mad. It's the same reason why women are not marrying a lot of Black men who are out here, and they're mad when that 30% gets taken away by other races. You didn't want them anyway. And the other 30%, that top 10% of that upper crust is leaving for a big reason.
Yeah.
And we're gonna hurt some feelings here, It might be some double standards that might be talked about. You can't get mad at us. Take it up with your God. Take it up with your God. You can set what the game has already been set to play for.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of women think that they can set the rules to a game that's already preset for them.
Exactly.
No, this was set before me and you was even born.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yes,
Yeah.
there's certain things you can do that might add a plus, but it doesn't give you a leeway to you getting married, to you having kids, to you being respected. Like there's tons of stuff in that. So like Jay, where do you want to start with before we really go in? Really go in.
Let's start with the clip. And then we're gonna dissect with some facts, especially on blackdemographics.com. And after that, we're gonna cook.
Man, I'm just even scared. Like, I'm even scared, man. Like, because I know a lot of people are not gonna like what's gonna be said. But I know I just know it's something we have to do. You know what I mean? We had to do it, and we're gonna you see, I'm even stuttering. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let me prepare this clip so we can get this thing in. And ladies and gentlemen, I hate that I have to put a disclaimer here, because I don't want to have to do that, because I don't want people to think that this is something that we're doing to bash women. No, we do not bash women. No, we're not thinking about dating outside our race. We just want to give the statistical and facts behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That's all it is. So, you know what I mean? Just to give that as a precursor before we play these clips. Because, a lot of people, Jay, are going to assume that we're hating or we're bashing women, or we don't like our mothers. You know what I mean?
Well, that's clearly not the case. So
yeah, you know what I mean?
If you want to talk about hate, we gonna talk about. I'm gonna close that hate scenario. I'm gonna throw it out the window.
Yeah. So. Hold on.
They gotta know the truth, yo. I'm sorry, you got to know the truth.
They got to know the truth. Yeah. So fair use.
Shout out to Just Pearly.
Shout out to Just Pearly Things doing her thing out here. Shout out to the Muns in them. The London town.
Yeah. Shout out to our the black people up in London too.
Shout out to the black people in London.
Yes.
People, this is fair use. I want you to listen to what she say. Listening from a matter of fact, ladies, listening from your degree mindset and not your emotions.
When it comes to interracial relationships, do you think that it's mostly black men that choose to date outside their race?
No.
No.
Not at all. What country?
Lady, you said ooh.
What country are you talking about though? Because
in the Western world.
Because you're talking statistically in the UK.
I wish I could find. I can't find.
I've got. If you let me get my phone, I can send it to you.
I think that. That'd be great. Yeah, you can look it up.
In
my opinion, more black men date outside of their race than black women. Just want to say that. And okay, I could tell you the stats in the U.S. It's like 85% of black men date in their race, but it goes up to 30% date out when they make over a certain amount of money.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, wow. You see them NFL stars always with someone else.
Yeah, so it's like if they make a certain amount of money, it ups to 30%.
Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is?
Yeah, why when it gets to that tax bracket do they date out?
Well, to me, it's like because in the U.S. at least, I have no idea what the stats are here, but I think when men get money, they want a pretty little skinny thing. And like they want the hot chick, and statistically, black women in the U.S. are more obese than other races. So, like to me, it's just more of them aren't in shape.
You don't think it's a race thing? You think it may be a shape thing?
Yeah.
What do you think, ladies?
I don't think it's a shape thing. I just feel like I don't want to say like
No, say it. Say it.
Say it.
Say it. Cause no, I need to word it correctly. It's just like when you start getting higher up with the hierarchy in terms of like the CEOs and people like that, you start to see less and less black women. So the black men who are in that hierarchy, they're obviously going to date outside of their race because there's less black women generally.
But then aren't black women more educated than black men in the Western world? So they would be more
but I feel
in
like
that quote unquote hierarchy.
Underlooked. So they're not necessarily the ones who are going to be promoted.
Education.
If
I don't. I thought they were the most enrolled. I don't think they're the most educated.
Sorry, the most enrolled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think education dictates class.
Yeah, that's the
No.
thing.
And I don't think men really care that much about education.
No.
Like again, like when I talk to men, they tell me they want fit, feminine, friendly. It's like those three things. And so to me, education is just like a shoe collection to us. It's like nothing.
Yeah,
But if you say she got a fat ass, they're like, who? They're like,
Yeah.
So
Woo! People, it's a lot to unpack. Jordan,
Yeah.
that was Jordan. That was damaging, man.
Yeah. And this is in the UK.
This was in the UK, and she's from the States. She went to the UK to do some work.
Right.
Damn, man. Where do we start, man, with this?
Well, what that is with just pearly things, you know, there are some statistics that she hadn't really put out there.
Yeah.
And we also have statistics for you guys from blackdemographics.com, which is, for especially for the African American population, it goes from population, household, economics, education, culture, geographic, health, all the resources you need that's going around in our community and everything. And, I'm going to read some stats for you guys, especially in our community. And it's going to go by, I'm going to talk about the obesity in America, And the thing about America, I'll tell you this with America, we are the only country that we like our stuff extra large or super size. If you ever been to other countries, you don't see it like that. Maybe in the UK, maybe some, but that's very, very little. We like our stuff extra super size. And I'm gonna bring up a point why we like that. And like I said, I'm gonna talk about that a little later. But going on blackdemographics.com, really in our obesity area, this is a survey they did especially in our community of who are the percentage of who is overweight. So in the Asian community, they're the lowest. Number 3, the second lowest is the white community. The third is the Hispanic community. Yeah. And then with us, we're the highest. For the women have a obesity rate of 55%. To us, it's 35%. Now, if you scroll down a little bit more of let's go down to the child obesity percentage too, because this goes by our children as well. Even though the Hispanics they're the highest, we're still number 2 compared to the whites and the Asians.
Yeah.
And then also, Hakeem, you go to hit the health status and life expansion on the health go back to the health bar and hit that. I want to talk about
which one? Go where?
Go back to the health part.
Okay. Right here.
And then hit the life health status and life expansion. And go down to the graphic. Yep, right there. Go back up a little bit. That right there. So as you can see, you know, if you look at between 2012 to 2016, you know, as of, you know, men, you know, women, they live longer than us. But as you see between 2015 and 2016, you see a decline a little bit, you know, from men and women and everything. And this, like I said, this right here, like hits hard on why men, black men who make a certain amount of money, how valuable leave another race is, because as you know, men, we are visual creatures and everything. We like 100%. To see most of the men that we like, even the men that deals with bigger women. Yep. Some like we like I said, most of them, the majority of men, when they like to see something, they like to see someone who's, you know, pretty fit. Meaning, you know, this is what I'm talking about fit. Let me tell you what about fit. I'm not talking about being super swole. I'm not talking about being muscular. Just be at a good weight with a BMI. Yep. You know, because when you at a good weight, you know, not just for men as we see visual, you're having your body out too of being more of a function. You know, you get better sleep. You know, you're well rested. You know, your heart rate's good, and what that is, it's like, you know, in our Black community, you know, the top 3 stuff that's killing us in our diseases, you know, is heart disease, cancer, you know, stroke. You know, those are the top 3 things, you know, that's killing our community, you know, especially when our Black women, you know, it's breast cancer. You know, I have family members who's you know, kills them for that. But I'm gonna go jump back to the point of why, you know, this is what I'm seeing, like I said, because I believe in the next 5 to 10 years, even though we still, you know, dating more of our Black women, I could see that international thing of Black men dating outside of race. I could see that raising up just a little bit. Yep, little by little. And you know, I know this is kind of a topic that's, you know, that's think that we're, you know, bashing, but that's not really the case. It's because, you know, back in the, you know, you go back to 1960s, 50s, 40s, and 30s, you know. Just like our Black community, we was fit. We was really, really fit. Definitely fit. And this is why I think that hurts us, in, you know, especially in our women, what hurts us of you know, not really getting back into shape that they need to be to attract the eyes of other men to see. You know, I'm gonna jump in there. I'm gonna give you a couple reasons. You know, I'm gonna give you one reason, and this is one reason. I'm gonna give you a few reasons. Here's one. Soul food. Ooh. This is what I'm saying soul food for. You know, I know soul food is big in our community. You know, personally, I love me some soul food. I really, really do.
Same here, some ham.
Some ham, mac and cheese, collard greens, rice. Yes. But my thing is like, even though soul food is kind of part of us, you know, the definition of soul food is good for the soul. It's great for the soul.
Very good for the soul.
Very good for the soul, but it's not good for the body.
Oh my God, it done killed more niggas than cancer.
Yes. And I feel like, you know, we see that as we put in our soul food thinking it's like, hey, you know, this is for us, you know, why not eat more? But that's not the case. That's number of reasons, you know, soul food, you know, it's killing our I mean, it's messing up our community, you know. It definitely increases your chance for heart disease, with stroke and cancer. I have another point I want to tell you that's kind of devastating and why. You know, even though, you know, fast food restaurants, that's in our own low-income community. I'm talking about, you know, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC, you know, that's Popeyes, you know, that's really everywhere, you know, in the low-income community. You know, and to me, when we hit that, you know, we hit that place, we order, And when we order something like a combo, what do they always say when we order something?
Would you like to add cheese, and would you like to make it a large?
Exactly. And for that, you know, living in America, we like stuff that's extra large, you know, supersized and everything. And we say yes to that, not knowing that's, you know, adding that, you know, increases our chances, you know, of being overweight and, you know, being obese. And then, like I said, and we use food as, you know, as kind of like a, you know, some people use it as love language, you know, use it for some emotional needs, emotional support, that we eat so much and eat that you know, and it consume our souls, but you know, you're expanding your body, you put your body to work and everything. And I feel like, you know, this needs to be teach more into our, you know, into our community. So especially, you know, especially in our community, so we can help us, you know, especially for Black men and Black women. And then also, here's one last thing, and this is I'll see, and then I'm gonna jump into this. I've been training, you know, I'm big on health, you know, the last 20 years, you know, lifting, you know, hiking, and you know, me, I do you know, high intensity training, and I do martial arts as well. And been doing that, you know, started working out in Michigan, in Miami, and also in LA. While I'm not seeing a lot, you know, when I go to the gym or go to these fitness classes, I do not see a lot of Black women in the gym. I really don't. And I can really say that by living in 3 states, working on a Planet Fitness in Michigan, working on Planet Fitness in Miami, or go to the beach and work out in calisthenics, or go to the park and working out, you know, and then also here in LA, you know, I do, like I say, here I do see some women work out, but women that I see that work out consistently, I'm talking about they work out 4 to 5 to 6 times a day, consistently, are women from a different race. And the difference that from the race I see a lot of, women are from a different country, from the UK. I don't know what they do in the UK, but I've seen those women, they are super duper fit. Like they were trained to, like, hey, if you want to get a man like this, you gotta eat a certain way, you gotta stay healthy and all that type of stuff. And if you want to keep looking good, you gotta make sure you stay fit and everything.
Basically. Because
men like to see, you know, their women in a relationship or married stay fit. Even though, you know, you might get pregnant, you know, for a couple kids, you know, all that type of stuff. You know, for men, it kind of hurts for men when a man, like I said, we know, like I said, I'll tell you this, we know when we get pregnant, you deliver, you know, your body is changed. We get all that. Some women go through postpartum. I understand that, and that could be killer. And men who are in a relationship, why they understand that, they say, hey, what's up? But you know, a year or 2 or 3 goes by, you know, and you see, and when you get older and you don't take care of that weight, once you get older, it's gonna be harder to take off.
Ooh, yeah, no, you're right.
It's gonna be hard to take off.
Hey,
you know, it's go ahead.
You're right. We need to address the comments. I want to read what the comments are saying.
Go ahead.
John Smith said, "Where all the white women had." So he said that. Then he also said, the minute he makes enough money, he's transitioning out. I say, brother, I can't blame you.
I can't blame you.
A lot of us do. Next thing he said, wait a minute. He said, there's plenty of skinny niggas with fat white girls. What type of skinny niggas are there, John Smith? The broke ones or the rich ones?
Right.
I haven't seen a rich man with a fat white girl. Show me. Show me.
Yeah.
Show me, John Smith. John Smith, show me. The next thing he said, and this one, he hit a home run with this one. I'm even scared to say this. He said, I know I'm late. If Kevin Samuel was dating a white woman, would he still be alive? Quotable of the week.
Ooh.
John Smith, you're in your bag.
Get in your bag, buddy. Get in your bag.
Woo.
But like I said, to the women out there, especially our Black women, like I said, I love you. I love y'all dearly.
We love y'all to death, baby.
But if you want that man, if you're overweight and you want that man that makes pretty much six figures, they want something. They want to see something that's nice. You cannot be obese and think you're gonna get somebody at that top caliber. Because like I said, I don't see, like I said, I've been in the earth for 31 years. I haven't seen a man, especially in our community, that's high value, who makes a substantial amount of money, dating a woman that's fully overweight or
I've never seen it too. Not no nigga with no bag.
Right.
Not even a rapper with a bag.
Right.
Like, I haven't seen rich white men with no fat girls.
Mm-mm.
Not even a fat white girl. Especially not no billionaire Asian boy.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't never seen no billionaire Asian boy. Asian boy with no fat I don't even think there even are fat Asian women. I think that is a myth. That or a Japanese one, I think that is a myth.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna say this too. Let's talk about some women who are lesbians. Let's go with Young Ma. Young Ma got money.
Got hella money.
Do you see a woman that's overweight? No.
Jordan.
You want Young Ma want a bad one.
Jordan, I wasn't even thinking about that. Jordan, Young Ma, who is half Jamaican, half Puerto Rican. You haven't seen her with a pepper yet.
Nope.
And it's a lot of you. It's a lot of LBT women out here. The rich LBTG. The alphabet people, let me just call it. They don't even want a fat one.
No. Y'all in the chat, tell me otherwise. If I'm wrong, hey, y'all can correct me. When I'm seeing, I don't see that.
Jordan, they even saying in the comment, you say you went there. Listen, niggas we wasn't even thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm bobbing my head. We wasn't even thinking about that, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Young Ma, you don't see Young Ma with no fat girls.
Nope. Not at all.
Dog, man. Dog, I could have lost my breath with that.
Yeah. And like I said, I feel like that's like I said, that's one of the problems. And it's not one of the big problems, but these are minor problems that can be fixed.
That's the main one. The feminine is also a big one too. We just haven't even touched that yet. The feminine is that there's going to be a part 2 to this. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a part 2 to this. We got 6 people in the chat. Please press the like button so we can get the engagement up. Y'all press that like button for us so we can get this out there. Because
we really appreciate it.
We don't want the small percentage of black men who date out their race to feel shame for it. Because you want to know why? They didn't want you anyway. You broke them on internet cafe ass niggas. They didn't want you anyway. K-Swiss wearing Superman shirt, Walmart wearing nigga. She didn't even want to talk to you anyway. She wanted Moneybagg Yo.
Right.
She wanted Moneybagg Yo. Listen, Moneybagg Yo is not dating no pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, Jordan, you went laugh with that one. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah. And to me, my thing is like, this is what I want to see. I want to see us as Black people live long, men and women in general. But that's or to me, in order to do that, that needs to be fixed. And I'm telling you, women, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna go here too. Men, when we like to have sex with y'all, if you slim and you fit and you look good, woo. Y'all know y'all want to be picked up and thrown around. I know y'all women like that. Like, come on. I know y'all like it. Like this. I know y'all would like the men pick you up at all the time. Pick you up, hold you, all that type of stuff, carry you, all that. I know women like that. My wife likes that. But if you overweight, it's kind of hard.
Not only that, and I know a lot of y'all might. I know a lot of y'all might. We're going to talk about this. I know a lot of y'all might say that men who are bigger don't have these. Men who are bigger don't have these. Men who are bigger won't get women if they're broke.
Right.
They have to get their. They still got to get fit too, but they got to really just get their money together.
Right.
They'll date. Listen, they'll date massive amount of beautiful women if they got their money together.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got another one of our brothers in the show. Oh man, the comments are coming in. He said, I married a Black woman now, but in the phase where I wanted something different race, it was something about the different I never had in the hood. That's a lot. And my brother who said that, I can understand where you're coming from because you're not a hood dude. I'm not a hood dude. He's not a hood dude. We are going to think out of our race because most of the women we want usually date over masculine men. And let's not say that we're masculine men. We're talking about the niggas who are toxic, the double D John Johns, the nigga who's slinging cock everywhere. Listen, another dude say this. Jordan, another dude is said in the comment, he said, folks just need to travel and they will realize that the world is just not black and white. Brother, the hub of SW, you are right, brother. This is why we have travel bros. They going to the Dominican. They going to the Brazil. They going overseas. Listen here. I'm going to say something that's going to arguably get a lot of people upset. Woo. Jordan, are you ready for what I'm about to say? You know who has a lot to lose? Listen,
I'm ready. Go ahead.
You know who has a lot to lose when a Black man dates out his race? The woman that accepts him. Because you want to know why? Ultimately, our race is not the most level. Our race is not, we're not at the top tier of most races to be talked about. So she's going to have to deal with the scrutiny of the jokes, the scrutiny of, hey, I know you ain't bringing that N-word around here. Black people accept everybody. We don't care where you come from. We're a very humble race. We'll take anybody from any place and they could come to the cookout. Mark can come to the cookout. Fungwa can come to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Mighty Soul, anybody. They can come to the cookout and they just be a part of the family and we'll check anybody for disrespecting them. Am I wrong, Jordan?
You're not wrong.
But Mighty Soul, Khadijah, Shailene, she can't bring us to her cookout. Because you want to know why? She's accepted that I'm going to be an outcast, but I love this man.
Right.
People in the comments, tell me if I'm wrong. People in the comments, if I'm telling me, it says depending on who you are, talking to some or to the hood. I'm saying this: the woman who of the other race has a lot to lose when she's accepting a man who is Black. Because I've seen this where the grandparents of the other race would not accept you. Am I wrong?
Keep it up.
But the Black grandmother, the Black grandfather, don't care if the baby's black and blue. That's my grandson. That's my grandson. That's my grandbaby. That's my grandbaby, a hot little, listen, my grandbaby, a hot little yellow grandbaby. and will check you about it.
Yeah.
Will check you about it. Oh, your grandson half white. Boy, you better not talk about Junebug over there. Giving them black nicknames. So the woman of the other race has a lot to lose. She knows she's going to be an outcast of her race, but the love and the culture that she brings to that black man is valuable. Ladies, a lot of y'all ain't want them Poindexter niggas. Y'all like street niggas. I'm talking about my Pokemon, the niggas who go to the anime concert, the niggas who might listen to a little Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
Black women from the hood don't want square niggas.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want square niggas. They want a nigga who wear Jordans every day. I can't even spell Jordan. Jordan. But Jordan, am I wrong though?
You're not wrong.
Listen, we got it in the comments too. Listen, when the black woman want to divest from black men, we say go ahead, but you're gonna have to get fit for Mark and Mr. Charlie. Mm-hmm. I ain't never seen Mr. Charlie with no pepper.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen Mr. Charlie with no pepper. I see Mr. Charlie with the baddest.
Yeah.
She go get fit feminine and family for Mr. Charlie, but not Mr. Johnson.
That's right.
But not Mr. Johnson. But she'll do it for Mr. Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But listen. They're in the comments. They say they want thugs.
Mm.
Even high class Sadiddy won't want thugs. They want thugs. They say they're friendly. They're safe. A thug will put you in your place. Not my Pokemon niggas. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit, listen. If I didn't love black women so much, I'd be trying to get me a Madagascar vanilla bean type woman.
And let me tell you, hey, I got experience for y'all too. As y'all know, I've been with my wife for 13 years. We've been married for 2 years. Lovely black woman. I show my wife.
Praise the Lord. Praise that queen.
My family loves her. But I would say this though, before, I met my wife, back in high school, the area I was living in, I started out when I was a little kid. So my mom, she put me into, charter schools. Well, I started out going to a private school, charter schools. And by going to these, charter schools and also private schools, like a Catholic school, I was around, a lot of white kids and everything. And with the white girls, I see, this is just my experience. This is what the area I was living in. I see that, white men were a little bit more feminine than the black girls and everything. And then growing up, going to middle school, I still see, white women or white girls, being a little more feminine. And I ain't gonna lie, I dated some white chicks in the past. I had white chicks with my girlfriends. Even though I didn't like my black women, I figured, like I said, when I was dating these white girls, they was nice, they were sweet, they was feminine. And then going to high school and then go back to public schools, now that right there was a cultural shock to me because I'm seeing women that's 14, 15, especially not black women, pregnant and really, really masculine. And it put me in an awkward situation. I feel kind of awkward because I've been into charter schools and private schools that I've jumped into, in a public high school, especially, in the hood, with metal detectors, I'm seeing all that. I was like, oh, wow, to me, that was a cultural shock. That was definitely a cultural shock. And to see that, it's like, I don't know when I was going to grow up, I was going to marry a black woman or a white woman. I was confess, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. But the best decision I did make was leaving out of that area.
Yeah.
That's the best decision I ever made because I know there was more out there. Me, I'm an explorer, I like to explore. So I knew, like I said, this is just Pontiac. I know there's some stuff out there. Going to Miami, that's from a a black city to an international city like Miami, that was a cultural shock, you see, African Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, Cubans, black Latinos and all that type of stuff, black Afro Latinos and Latinas. It's like, oh wow, it's a cultural shock and everything. So that put me there. Okay, cool. There's a mixture of things, so I can see, I can date and do all that type of stuff. But when, like I said, when I first, met my wife at the in college and everything, before we got together with his friend, my wife, like I said, what made my wife stand out from other people, and that kind of see that, and then, like I said, I see her as my mom. My wife was just super, super nice, super duper feminine, and it was very, very unconditional, and it's still unconditional to this day.
Hey, there's a point you didn't put in there so that people can know she wasn't raised in the hood.
How can I say this? She was, but I would say her father had, had a good discipline of like I said, had good discipline. Like, okay, I don't want my daughter to be this, kind of really check that in a way.
Yo, I want to just hit some stuff in the comments. The Hub from SW said that race only matters to a certain extent, and to a certain extent, depending on why you live on this planet. That's a correct statement.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people, Urban Noise say a thug would slap them up. That's facts.
No.
And the facts is because everyone doesn't live in this vacuum. Another one, Jabari said he found the balance. John Smith say, I'm looking for a Becky with good hair. Jabari said she only hood here, but she has matter and sense. Urban Noise said Becky with the good hair is the only one that matters. Jay, the quality of this. John Smith said, here's the kicker. I had to leave Miami to find her. Praise the Lord.
Oh, wow.
Praise the Lord, Jabari.
You went out of your comfort zone.
You went out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I want to touch on this. A lot of us is going to have to get out our comfort zone. And for a lot of men who's not attractive to the majority of Black women, you're going to have to seek other options. Now, Jordan, I wanted to tackle on something you just mentioned. You went to private school. You went to charter school where you was around different people. That's the reason why you have the character you have today. You don't see like you know what I'm saying? Like me and my cousins. We grew up in Miami. The difference is we grew up on the Spanish block. We didn't grow up on the other side. So we have this kind of a mixture of Dominican, Cuban in us, because our neighbors from across the street, next door, they were all Hispanic. That's something our parents chose. We don't know about that.
Right.
But being engulfed in their culture, on top of that being Caribbean, in the way the woman used to treat us was different. As soon as we went to school, we went to a Black school. That's when all hells went loose. We went into the dragon's mouth.
Right. That's true.
Listen, by that time, since we were growing up, our perception of women was a little bit different after middle school and high school. But yeah. So we're looking at it from this perspective. A lot of men have to get out their comfort zone. A lot of men, I'm speaking to a lot of you Black men who are out here. Yes, you're going to have to travel. The Hub of SWB making sense. I've been out the country, and I don't want you to feel like if you're not what the majority of Black women want, you should find who's going to love you, and don't and allow them to speak, because at the end of the day, you're not losing anything. Because here's the thing. Your social network probably ain't all Black anyway. Let's just point Black period at. Most of these guys who are Black, that the women can, most of the guys who are Black who do date out their race, a lot of I sneezed. A lot of these women are not. A lot of these men's social network is not 100% black. But here's the thing. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hub of SB came back with another one. He says, to be fair, there are good and bad women in every race, though. You just have to be more cautious of who the one you seek to date and requirement. Yes, SB, you are right. And now you're getting down to the details of it. You're getting down to the details of it. But SB, we know that in hindsight. You're right, but we're right. It'll be, their show will run so long getting into the details. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We need to go after the women who like us. We need to be with the women who like us. I want to give you an example on what was that girl name who used to do shows with Kevin Samuels?
He says to this.
She was kind of light skinned, real thick, kind of older.
She's in her 40s?
Kind of in her 40s, like, but she real light skinned. She used to do shows with Kevin. There's a point what I want to make. Do you remember the viral clip that went viral where the girl said she didn't want to talk to a nuclear physicist?
Yeah.
There was a black girl who was on this girl's show who was saying, hey, if she doesn't want to date you, I'll date you. Now, this was a girl who did not date thugs, who wasn't, or I could tell she came from a good home. You feel me?
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, she said, I thought what he said was fascinating. The woman who said I wouldn't date a nuclear physicist, and that guy was black. She was black. She said he didn't have no personality. I say being a nuclear physicist is not being a personality. A black man at that highest point, mind you, prior before that, he was in pharmacy. So this is what I'm saying. Black women do not want the Pokemon cowboy boots wearing niggas. They never did. They like gangsters. They just want somebody with some personality. Like, girl, bring your butt here, girl.
Yep.
Let me smack your cheek, girl.
That's true.
Fresh Sound says, go where you accepted and where you're not rejected.
That's right.
Listen, the hub of as he say, I'm in Canada, and I mostly see interracial relationships when I travel about in the city. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. Most countries, you want to know something? The hub of SWB, I should have known you was from somewhere that practiced multiculturalism, because the way you were speaking made kind of sense. The UK practiced multiculturalism. Canada, race is not a big thing from a global scale in certain cities. US is mainly about race because we're entrenched in it. So it's kind of hard to understand that, when it's kind of hard for other people to understand that, why we're so focused on this. And why is that? But we want men to live out their dreams and do the best thing. And that might mean you might have to be with a Becky. You might have to be with Mei Ling. Because listen here, this year Mei Ling is up this year from Becky's.
Especially here in LA. Yeah, I'm seeing it for sure.
You see a lot of Mei Lings are with black guys now. Listen, I'm on TikTok. I've seen a lot of TikToks where the Mei Ling say, hey, I seen one TikTok where a girl say, we like black men too.
Yeah.
We like black men too.
And they know what they like.
And listen, they bring a culture. And listen, let me say this. I'm not saying black women does not have the culture of being submissive. You feel me?
Yeah.
We have black women who are submissive. We have black women who are family oriented. You feel me? We have them there. I'm just talking about the black women who we just have a large majority of women who are not fit, family, and submissive.
Yeah.
We have a lot of women who wants to be in control of a relationship. We have a lot of women who don't believe in gender roles, who say, let's make our relationship the way it is. no problem. Now, mind you, men, if you want that, move it from you just move on to the left, to the left, to the left. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, another comment. He says, I was at the jazz festival yesterday, and most of the couples I saw were interracial. Here, everybody's mixed.
That's something right there.
That's something to talk about.
Yeah.
That's something to talk about there. Does that mean does that mean I have to go to Toronto? Does that mean I got to go to Hamilton, Mississauga, Jane and Finch? Does that mean I got to go to Canada? Does that mean I got to go to Canada to get me a Hadisha? He said a lot of black women. He says a lot of black men here are with Chinese or Filipino women.
Ooh, and I tell you about the Filipino women.
They love them.
They are born to be feminine.
They
like I said, their culture, they are born to be ready to be wives.
Listen, they don't care about none of that race shit y'all niggas is talking about.
Exactly.
They don't listen, they don't even stunt that race shit America be talking about. Because you want to know why? Listen, I'm gonna say something. Lot of the Asian cultures look at Filipino as the N-word.
Yep.
That's my opinion.
Exactly.
That's my opinion.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
Not only them too.
That's what they look.
Listen,
as us.
Because listen, most of the Filipino people are mixed with so many different things, and they're humble, great, hardworking people. Listen, let's put respect on the Filipinos' name. Listen, there's another race that the other Asian people do not talk about. They look at them as lower, the Cambodians.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, Jordan?
You're not wrong.
Listen, I met some Cambodians, real humble people.
Yeah.
Listen, real humble people. Hub of SW said, he said true, especially the Filipinos, they're very submissive women. They are the archetype of what a woman's supposed to be from a standpoint of a trait standpoint. We're not going to get into looks because they are fine.
Yeah.
But feminine, fit, friendly, they don't listen. They're not with all that other stuff y'all America want. They don't even want that.
Like when a Filipino woman likes you, they start cooking and cleaning regardless. Laundry, easy. You don't have to tell them anything. They like you. They just start doing that.
Listen. It doesn't matter if you're rich or broke.
Or broke, exactly.
Listen, the brokest Filipino man gets submission.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Broke black men can't get submission in America. A woman to say you're crazy. The brokest Hispanic man that gets submission. A Hispanic man who works security guard or gets submission. More than likely, he's likely married.
Yeah.
Us here, we got to ante up. Get your bag up. By that time, we want harems. We ain't trying to be with just one person if they're black.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Most black men who still date strictly black women who has a lot of money, they just want them all as harems.
Yeah. And like I said, especially our black women, like I said, we're just trying to help.
We want to help you, queens.
Yes.
Black women. Are you following me? We love you. We don't got nothing against you. We want to be with you. 85% of us are with you. But you're throwing us in the way. Listen, you got the thugs now with Maylene now.
Yes.
You got the thugs with Maylene now. The thugs don't want to be thugs no more because they see the Pokemon niggas is getting them.
Yeah.
Be an internet cafe nigga and watch Maylene say, do you like Warhammer as well? Battleships of Galactica?
Yeah.
Not only that though, dumb women engage A lot of women from other races engage in their man's likes and wants and needs.
Yeah.
A lot of women engage. Listen. Let's bring up Travel Bro, the guy who's in the Philippines. You know who we talking about, yeah?
Yes, sir.
I think it was one day he was doing a show. She cooked breakfast, dinner, and lunch and cleaned up the studio for him. And was just very supportive. She said, babe, he said, babe, I'm gonna be over here. Let me know if you need anything. When are we gonna get back when a woman's life is based on her family and improving her man?
Yeah.
When are you gonna stop competing with your black man? Matter of fact, black man ain't even competing no more. They just stopped. I said, we're not gonna date no more. We just slaughtering now. Listen, Hub of the South say a lot of black men also date Italian, Latin women. I'm not gonna get into the Italians. Man. I lived in Massachusetts. I see what they do with black men. It's like the Filipinos. And then them Italians are ready to fight as well for their men.
Yeah.
Them Italians is not letting their men go. They believe in culture. Their culture is entrenched like Hispanics. You could have 6, 7 generations. Italian women go see their grandmothers is cooking, the babies is there. They're at every event. The uncles, the brothers, they all involved. Sometimes they're at each other's houses. And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Italians ain't, listen, a lot of Italians, they're not on that race shit either too.
Right.
They're not with that other sucker shit. It be the American whites on that.
Yeah.
It be the American whites on that sometimes. I'm not saying we don't got no racist Italians. Not a lot of them ain't on that. A lot of them got biracial grandchildren. Listen, I seen something with Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull has a biracial granddaughter. He's in jail. He said he told the dude in the cell, hey, chill on that, man. We ain't on that today.
Yeah.
I'm talking about them Italian women. I'm not going to get to that. It's a lot of Italian women who got black kids, man. They're not playing. When it comes to that submission shit, they'll talk shit and still go cook you a linguine in Malzone.
Right.
John Smith said something in the comments that I think that this school that we want to build is that he said the older woman teaches the young woman to be submissive. John Smith, in Urban Noise, this is a big thing here. There's a disconnect between older generation women and new generation. Because you want to know why? New generation women who are feminists look at the old generation and said that she was a slave.
Yo.
Said that she was in an abusive relationship. Lot of extremes, lot of generalities. But when statistically we come, don't let me go back and bring that screen up. Most women who are in families and have kids are more happy than single women in careers. Lord Jesus, I said it.
Yes, sir.
Jordan, am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Do we need to bring up the statistics?
No, that's just factual. It works. That's how it works. That's like I said, that's one of the keys of being happy, is being in a family.
I seen the statistics today. Women who are married with kids are twice as happy than with single women with careers.
Yes. That is factual.
What did Just Pearly thing said on the video we showed? Fair use. She said most men. Listen, women get education. It's like buying shoes. We don't care about that stuff.
Right.
My aunt, who passed away, I gotta bring her up because You know, when you see a woman who devoted their life to their family, who cook, clean for a husband, send food, even to her dying day, she wanted to cook and clean for her husband. I took her home one day and I asked her, why you going home? I said, I got to cook for my husband. That lady was sick. She was sick. Cancer eating up her body. The only thing she thought about was going to cook and clean, cook a meal for her husband.
You want to know why, King? Because he enjoys that.
Definitely.
That made her happy. That made her happy.
Listen, mind you, he told her, I didn't need you to do all that. Right. She wanted to feel like this. Listen. I never seen a woman so submissive, caring, and listen. She spoke highly about my uncle, highly about him. Never talked bad about him. They had their issues.
Right.
He paid all the bills. Mind you, he wasn't no educated man.
Right.
I seen him broke down for the first time in 20 years. Strong Haitian man, old school. I seen him broke down, put on the nice finey suit. I want that type of love. I want that type of love out of a Black woman.
Yes, and Hakeem, is possible. It's like I said, it's like, and to the Black woman, we're not saying, like I said, you know, it's impossible to get these things. And being in a marriage is like, I can tell you this, being in this marriage and it's working on things, like we are at a place in our marriage, it's like, we don't even argue no more. And if something that's kind of conflict, we take care of it in a solution, not let it feather.
No.
And we have, because we practice because we practice proper communication, how we talk to one another. You know, what stuff that we don't bash each other on, what stuff that we don't like. We don't think about that. It's like, okay, how are we going? What's the solution on this? And we both found what the solution is. We take care of the solution, and that's it. You know, that used to be one of our problems, you know, in our 20s. But you know, we're in a space it's like this, like marriage is just easy.
It is easy.
This is hard. It's like I say, if you want like being in a marriage, you should make it as easy as possible, not being difficult, not causing chaos or this and that or argument. It's to me, this is like I like to use developing in a relationship and developing yourself on how to be better.
100%. Here's the thing though, too. You said something real pivotal because you found a woman that was following your program and she wanted to be with a man and she did not want to fight with you.
Right.
It's hard for a lot of us and a lot of the guys in the comment. We trying every day to please the women who we love in our life. A lot of the women who we think love us, but they don't love us, they have other motives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? This is why men naturally divest away. It's not that we want to. You give us no choice. What are you going to do when you meet a woman who puts you in a position where she says, you're the man, I'm your woman, I'm following you? Most women will be disrespected to hear that. They'll call you a pick-me.
Right.
I don't understand that. This is so when we talk about these things, and listen here, guys in the comments, people who watching this, the women, Black women are mad about 10% of Black men who gets money who date out their race. Not all of us.
Exactly.
85% of us still date y'all. We still married to y'all. We still have kids with y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You mad about the top 10%, even the mixed race Black guys, because they mad with them too.
Right.
we talking about our light-skinned brother who he was on Grey's Anatomy. You know our light-skinned brother, the one with the pretty eyes?
Yeah, Jason.
Jason, you know he's with a white girl now. He left that black girl.
Yeah.
They mad about that. I said, what do you want him to do when somebody is willing to give him submission for less?
Exactly.
So women, understand this. Your submission should not cost. Your femininity should not cost.
Right.
You're already paying a heavy bill just being in society.
Right. Because women, those are the problem traits that you have to make you be better.
Yeah, definitely.
And also help you live longer too. Because I believe when, like I said, when you find somebody, you do what your natural state, what you're born to do, what your qualities are of being feminine, all that type of stuff. Yeah. Those are your greatest powers that a woman have. We don't have those.
No, we don't. Listen, because we're very simple creatures.
Right.
Wasn't you just? I don't know if it was you or it was somebody else who said that most men. No, matter of fact, it was Poor Man's Podcast. He said most men would just need a TV, video game, and a couch to sit on. We don't ask for nothing.
Right.
Listen, let's keep it real. Most of us sleep on a bed with no sheets.
Yeah.
Most of us sleep on a bed with no sheets. That's how simple we are. Most of us drink the same coffee every day. We don't switch up.
Or when they try to save money, they'll buy an air mattress. That's how simple we are. We'll buy a damn air mattress until we get our money stacked up. Then we'll buy us a bed.
Most black men have $1,000 saved somewhere because he just don't spend money like that.
Right.
Even the ones who spend crazy money still got some money stacked up somewhere because he's not doing nothing special with it. He say, hey, so when the women do ask for something, it always look like he got money. Little mama, he don't go nowhere.
Yeah,
he don't have fancy stuff. Regular men keep money in their pockets. We're so simple. We don't ask for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I drink Starbucks coffee every day, and I don't wear Jordans. I just bought a pair of sneakers the other day.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you this, when it comes to shoes, it takes me a long time to buy some shoes because I get comfortable.
Listen, we're not the Double D John niggas who buying Gucci belts. That's not us.
Right.
We got 401ks, derivative plans, healthcare,
stocks, crypto.
We talking about the regular men.
Yeah. And especially in a regular black man, like they do have stocks in crypto. We are definitely into that. Most of black, especially in the West here in LA, most of black men I talk to, especially in crypto, that's like one of the number 2 or 3 conversations you might have. Crypto. We bring that up. We talk about that. So, oh my God, it's like, yo, never seen it like that before. Go ahead.
Basically, a lot of black women are gonna lose their men for not just paying attention to the small details.
Right, exactly.
Because they want us to follow their program, and they think one thing I am gonna say something, and I don't want people to get mad. Sweetheart, we don't need inspiration when you came here. We just need you to be a woman. You're not here to improve my life. You're not here to make me think you're gonna get me to go get a bigger bag. That's already there.
Yeah.
But a lot of women think that they say, "Oh, I'm gonna be here and improve their life." If it was like that, why we got money in our pocket?
Right.
We're not broke.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the niggas in the comments don't have kids.
Yeah.
I said that to somebody. I didn't mean to cut you off. What you gonna say?
I tell you to the black woman specifically. When you do these type of things, be feminine, be fit, be there, be inspirational, all that gives a black man a more better chance of like, hey, they will definitely take care of you. Meaning they want to take care of all the bills. They don't want to see you work. They don't want to see you working, a 9 to 5, working companies. They rather see you, hey, either work for me or let's help you start your business. Make your own, create your own hours, create your own plan. That's what Black man we want to do. If you get that, like, yo, we'll find a way to say, hey, I'll find a way to start a business.
Listen, ladies don't want to admit this. A lot of you women who are CNAs, a black nigga paying for your class.
Yeah.
What you said something is right, true, Jordan. A lot of these women do not want to give the men credit who was in their lives previously before they got where they at. A nigga funded something.
Yeah.
If it was a book, if it was paying for the class, and mind you, we're not gonna go around bragging about it because it's not really nothing to brag about. This is something we do. This is something we do for our mamas.
Exactly.
Our mamas get taken care of. We're gonna take care of you. But here's the thing: we'll never get the credit for improving a woman's life. Never in this world.
Right.
Never in this world I've ever heard women giving a man credit for helping them. Oh, I did this by myself. I got this on my own. I'm a boss. You can't be a boss when you have a nigga in your life.
Right.
You can't, ladies, you can't be a boss when you have a man in your life. You're just a supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
So we unpack this to the point where, what else can we say about this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't even check Facebook to see what comments is over there. But we already know what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
No ladies got no rebuttals, nothing.
Yeah, let's check the let's check the Facebook chat to see what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch on the phone. Because we definitely packed a lot of things tonight.
No, we did.
For sure. But that was something that need to be said. You know, you might not like the truth, but this is the truth, and it's gonna put it out there.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth will set you free.
That's right.
So you know, our biggest thing is. Oh, look, let's touch on what our brother Jabari said.
Mm.
He said, however, he was talking about the sober. He said, too many fast food in our spot in the community, not enough whole food.
That's right.
True. He also said, however, we can't afford whole foods, which is why we need to fight for wealth that we are owned. That is true. Another thing is too, we can make a version of Whole Foods for ourselves that is affordable.
Yep.
There's a lot of Black people who farm, a lot of Hispanic people who fish, and what Whole Foods done is nothing special. It's just that they know how to package a product together.
Right.
Another thing he said, Jabari said, most Black women in our communities don't work out, which means we need to establish recreational centers to encourage them to work out. That is 100% true.
That's a good one.
Listen, instead of community centers, it needs to be gyms in the ghettos. Or if we can encompass 24-hour gyms with the community centers for everybody to go work out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, and I see that with women, they like to work out in groups.
Yeah, they do.
They love to work out in groups. And personally for me, I think working out in groups is a good thing because I do a high intense bag class. I do that two or three times a week, and I see when I'm with other people working out together, and at the end it's like we feel like we accomplished something all together. And I feel like women when we're together and they feel like they can accomplish together, I feel like they give them a more push to keep doing it again and again and again.
No, 100%. I agree with you without a shadow of a doubt. Because when you work out with somebody and you have somebody to hold you accountable, and it gives you motivation. You know what I mean?
And also push you too.
Definitely, but usually we know And a lot of these groups, sometimes one person drops out. A lot of black women who start off, they'll go get these gym membership with their homegirls. They'll go for a couple of weeks and one of them stopped and the other one stopped going.
Yeah. Because one of them not serious enough.
Yeah. Listen, women who want to get married have to be serious as a heartbeat.
Right.
Just the same way men who want to get married, men who wants to get married got to be serious about getting their money, their health together. We got a lot of shit to work on, men as well.
Right. Yeah.
Women just got to get fit. They don't even got to bring money to the table.
Yeah.
They just got to get fit. That's it.
Right. And that increases your chances 5 times, Cole.
Oh my God. Listen, she can have a terrible sex game. If she look good, he'll deal with it.
Yeah. So that was the same. So they want to let your man say like, yo, she bad. She got a bad body. I don't give a damn. That's a bad body.
Basically, she got a bad body. Listen,
it's visual. It's something to see. That's something you wanna.
Basically, women. Listen, men will compromise looks for submission and fitness.
Exactly.
That's all we got. Listen, part 2 is going to be serious. When we have part 2, Ronnie will be back, and we're going to have some women in here.
Absolutely.
Why black men did after marriage. And listen here, hopefully, if we can, we should get us a Becky in here that dates a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the world will be ready for that.
Yeah.
Or Latino or Maylene to come in here and discuss that why they like black men.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, fellas, we done ran out. Oh, we done ran our course. Oh, look, before we keep the hub of the SW. I want to know what the SW stands for. Let me know what the SW stands for. He said, black men I know date out because of where they are living only had few women to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's not a matter of not liking black women, but due to the options, a lot of women other check for black men, which is true.
Yeah.
Which is true. So that's the thing, man. And hey, you got to bring that. He said, hey, we also got to talk about, you got to bring that topic up, terrible sex game. We will. But hey, people, we signing out. Chaos Culture Radio. This Prince Hakeem.
This is the new Jordan era. So we want to hear from the progressive comments what you got to say. You know, shoot a comment. Like I said, hit the like button. Hit the notification. You know, get the likes up. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button. So if you know we're set up, we do our live shows. We got some of the pre-recordings. We'll show you. So like I said, guys, what do y'all think? That being said, Chaos Culture Radio.
We out.
We out.